जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय। नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। यमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। कौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories, Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 6th, entitled The Killing of the Demon Putana, text number 41. कटधूमस्य सौरभ्यम् अवघ्राय व्रजौकसः किम् इदं कुत एवेति वदन्तो व्रजम् आययुः कटधूमस्य सौरभ्यम् अवघ्राय व्रजौकसः किमिदं कुत एवेति वदन्तो व्रजमाययुः कटधूमस्य सौरभ्यम् अवघ्राय व्रजौकसः किमिदं कुत एवेति वदन्तो व्रजमायुः कटधूमस्य सौरभ्यम् अवघ्राय व्रजौकसः किम् इदं कुत एवेति वदन्तो व्रजमाययुः कटधूमस्य सौरभ्य अवघ्राय व्रजौकसः किमिदं कुत एवेति वदन्तो व्रजमाययुः कटधूमस्य सौरभ्यम् अवघ्राय व्रजौकसः किमिदं कुत एवेति वदन्तो व्रजमाययुः कटधूमस्य सौरभ्यम् अवघ्राय व्रजौकसः किमिदं कुत एवेति वदन्तो व्रजमाययुः कटधूमस्य सौरभ्यम् अवघ्राय व्रजौकसः किम् इदं कुत एवेति वदन्तो व्रजमाययुः. Word to word meaning. Katadhumasya, of the smoke emanating from the burning fire, sorry, emanating from the fire, burning the different parts of Putana's body. Saurabhyam, the fragrance. Avagrahaya, when they smelled through their nostrils. Vraja Okasaha, the inhabitants of Vrajabhumi in distant places. Kim idam, what is this fragrance? Kutaha, where does it come from? Eva, indeed. Iti, in this way. Vadantaha, speaking. Vrajam, the place of Nanda Maharaj. Vrajabhumi. Ayayuh, reached. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Upon smelling the fragrance of the smoke emanating from Putana's burning body, many inhabitants of Vrajabhumi in distant places were astonished. Where is this fragrance coming from? They asked. Thus they went to the spot where Putana's body was being burnt. So please try to repeat after me. Upon smelling the fragrances of the smoke emanating from Putana's burning body, many inhabitants of Vrajabhumi in distant places were astonished. Where is this fragrance coming from? They asked. Thus, they went to the spot where Putana's body was being burnt. Purport. The aroma of the smoke emanating from a burning fire is not always very favorable. Therefore, upon smelling such a wonderful fragrance, the inhabitants of Vraja were astonished. Om Akyana Timidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhisham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahinyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadavaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Kṛṣṇa Paran Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Namaha Om Vishnupadaya Kṛṣṇa Preshthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvichesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Kṛṣṇa Prema Pradayate Kṛṣṇaya Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha He Kṛṣṇa Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10th, Chapter 6th, entitled The Killing of the Demon Putana, text number 43. Upon smelling the fragrance of the smoke emanating from Putana's burning body, many inhabitants of Vrajabhumi in distant places were astonished. Where is this fragrance coming from? They asked. Thus, they went to the spot where Putana's body was being burnt. Hare Krishna. So first of all the Vaishnavas, senior devotees, please bless me. So whatever I have prepared, I can speak to please devotees, Guru and Krishna. So so many days we are hearing about this killing of demon Putana. And last few days we saw the fortune of Putana, that how she could get the favor from Krishna, and she achieved the post in the spiritual world as the mother of Lord Krishna, Supreme Person. So when His Grace Sunu Chaitanya Prabhu was giving class, so he mentioned in between that his class that I don't know where milk was there or not in the breast of the Putana, but that is sure that poison was there on her breast. So I was thinking that we hear so many times when milk is there in the breast of mother, when that Vatsalya is there, when that love is there, because of that maternal affection, milk is there in the breast. Prabhupada also says, as soon as mother is, a woman is pregnant, milk is there in her breast. So I was thinking same thing, that how could, Putana could develop that milk, or like what affection was there, because there is no affection we see. Then yesterday His Grace Gopalesha Prabhu mentioned that gopis were feeding Krishna their breast milk. Because of that motherhood, that maternal affection, that was not artificial. So I got clue ki I think it's speculation, so please correct me if I am wrong, that milk was artificial. Because we hear so many times, acharyas, devotees, they say, Krishna enjoyed milk and Lord Shiva drank the poison. So means something was there. So that was artificial, that was not because of this maternal affection which the gopis were having. So in today's word is mentioned that when this Putana's body was burning, and the smoke emanating from Putana's burning body was pregnant, very nice smell was coming off, and then all these Vrajavasis, they were astonished that what is this smell? We saw in previous verses the smell was of agru incense. I never experienced agru. So I heard this Google, they burn for very nice smell. I don't know, you must know or not. So agru smell. So how it's possible, something is burning and smelling good. It's like agru incense. So we experience also in this world, whenever something is burning, so it doesn't smell good. What to speak of, fragrance. We don't like that. Anything. Yeah, this incense which we offer to Krishna, it is something different. Or incense of our Tala Sharif Ram, made up with the cow dung, there also very nice smell is there. But anything we see which is burning doesn't smell good. So this body of Putana, it was burning, so smell was very good, fragrance, like agru incense. So how it's possible? When we see our body, how many of us, smell? It's horrible. Anything, inhale, exhale, or sweating, anything, it's like unbearable. We can't bear. So living body is smelling bad. Although we have some artificial means, deodorant, perfumes, this, that. But living body is smelling bad. So Putana's body is dead body. So how it's possible? It's being burned, smelling very good, and it's attracting these inhabitants of Vrajabhumi. It is mentioned in distant places. They were not very near to that area. So this favor Putana achieved. So when we see living body is smelling bad, so Putana's dead body, who used to drink milk of newly born baby. So someone who is drinking milk, hungering for milk, and his body is smelling good. Why is it so? Because of the mercy of Kṛṣṇa. Because we heard that in few words, previous verse it is mentioned Kṛṣṇa Nirbhukta. Because this Putana offered her breast milk to Kṛṣṇa, and Kṛṣṇa embraced Putana. Because of the touch of Kṛṣṇa, Putana got purified, completely spiritualized, completely. So this mercy Putana could achieve because she offered something. We hear so many times that whatever we have, offer it to Kṛṣṇa. So Putana was not having anything to offer it to Kṛṣṇa because she was in association with all this Hum sunne na aho bakiyam. So she was a baki, means she was a family of Bakasur. Bakasur, Agasur was her brothers. So we can understand the association of Putana was. So how she was not having anything to offer to Kṛṣṇa, but she came to kill Kṛṣṇa with this intention, and she offered her breast milk, and Kṛṣṇa accepted. So that's why she became Kṛṣṇa Nirbhukta, touched by Kṛṣṇa. She got a liberation. She could enter into the spiritual world, not only Vaikuntha, the topmost Vaikuntha planet, Goloka Vrindavan. She could enter there. So we hear so many times, like when we go to crematorium, so we come back when we take bath. So going such places or touching dead body, it's not auspicious, it's inauspicious. So Smritis talk about auspicious and inauspicious. So touching dead body is inauspicious, giving things with right hands, accepting things with right hands, these all are auspicious. So many rules and regulations are mentioned in Smritis. Auspicious, inauspicious. And Smartas, they follow all these rules and regulations very strictly. Why? To become free from the reactions. To become free from the sinful reaction, they change the name of Vishnu also. But not with that devotion or with that affection. They chant, why? To become free from sinful reaction. Not to please Kṛṣṇa. Not in pleasing way they are chanting the name of Vishnu. So there is no connection with Kṛṣṇa. Their motive is not that. So they follow rules and regulation very strictly, but not in connection with Kṛṣṇa. So what we see here, Kṛṣṇānu anukulyena Kṛṣṇānu Shīlanam. What is bhakti? When we can please Kṛṣṇa, when we act which is favorable to Kṛṣṇa. So these Smartas, they follow rules and regulation, but we see this is useless because there is no connection with Kṛṣṇa. So we have to cultivate love and devotion, that affection for Kṛṣṇa, to please Kṛṣṇa. That is bhakti. There are so many bogus sampradayas. They talk about so many rules and regulations. Follow these, that, strictly, so much strictness, but there is no Kṛṣṇa. So it's completely useless. Prabhupada says, everything without Kṛṣṇa is inauspicious. So wherever Kṛṣṇa is there, that is auspicious. So Putana is in a relationship with Kṛṣṇa. She became auspicious. She became spiritualized. So I'll read one verse from 10th canto, chapter 3, where Shukdev Goswami is talking about that auspiciousness. When Kṛṣṇa takes birth, what happens? Thereafter, at the auspicious time for the appearance of the Lord, the entire universe was surcharged with all the qualities of goodness, beauty and peace. The constellation Rohini appeared, as did stars like Ashwini, the sun, the moon and the other stars and planets were very peaceful. All directions appeared extremely pleasing, and the beautiful stars twinkled in the cloudless sky. Decorated with towns, villages, mines and pasturing grounds, the earth seemed all auspicious. The rivers flowed with clear water, and the lakes and vast reservoirs full of lilies and lotuses were extraordinarily beautiful. In the trees and green plants full of flowers and leaves, pleasing to the eyes, birds like cuckoos and swarms of bees began chanting with sweet voices for the sake of the demigods. A pure breeze began to blow, pleasing the sense of touch and bearing the aroma of flowers. And when the Brahmanas engaging in ritualistic ceremonies ignited their fires according to Vedic principles, the fires burned steadily, undisturbed by the breeze. Thus, when the birthless Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was about to appear, Shri Rasbihari Bhagavan ki jai, Shri Gaurnatai ki jai, Shri Sitaram Lakshman ki jai. So it is mentioned Kṛṣṇa was about to appear. So before appearing Kṛṣṇa, this was the situation. All auspiciousness, everywhere. So whenever Kṛṣṇa is there, it is auspicious. It's all auspicious. And Kṛṣṇa is not there. Without Kṛṣṇa, everything is inauspicious or failure. So Putana could achieve that success of life because of the touch of Kṛṣṇa. So this bogus sampradaya, they talk about rules and regulations. Though they take advantage of the feelings of people they having for Kṛṣṇa. So this bogus sampradaya, so-called spiritual leader, they take advantage and they misdirect them. So that feeling, doesn't get developed for Kṛṣṇa because attachment is there. Yesterday, Gopal Prabhu was telling that we have attachment or affection for brother, sister, mother, father, dada, dadi, nana, nani, this, that. So affection or attachment is there. But if it's not in proper direction toward Kṛṣṇa, it's what? It's a failure. So these bogus sampradayas, they are taking advantage of these feelings of people for they having for Kṛṣṇa. So it should be directed towards Kṛṣṇa. Then it is auspicious. Then it is only success. Otherwise it's a failure. So Prabhupada, he asked Satsvarup Goswami Maharaj that you write something upon things without Kṛṣṇa is a failure. Prabhupada, because Prabhupada mentioned so many times, if Kṛṣṇa is not there, it's completely useless. Shrama evahi kevalam. So we see in our duty worship, we have so many rules and regulations. So someone may ask, then why we have rules and regulations? So why we have these rules and regulations in deity worshipping? to develop that consciousness. Once Prabhupada said to a pujari, if you know to whom you are worshipping, if you could see, you will be fainted. So that means we don't have that consciousness, and to develop that consciousness that we are serving Supreme Person, we have these rules and regulations to come upon that platform of consciousness. For that we have these rules and regulations in our sampradaya we see. Means in connection with Kṛṣṇa, then only success is there. Otherwise it's a failure. So we saw Putana got the favor of Kṛṣṇa. Why? Because she was having that little spark. Means she was having that desire ki, okay, I will offer something to Kṛṣṇa. And because of that spark, she could get the favor of Kṛṣṇa, and Kṛṣṇa embraced her, Kṛṣṇa, touched her, and she got the liberation. Although she was Rudhirashana, used to drink blood of the babies. So in this way she could achieve the success in the life. And we also see the aim of life is to go back to Godhead. And how we can achieve that? Because if we see the consciousness of Putana is what? It was lusty. Vasana consciousness. If we see ourselves, we also having same consciousness. We are so lusty, at least me, not all about you. So we are so lusty, we have this consciousness, so we need that touch. We need that touch of Kṛṣṇa, which Putana, got. So how we can get that touch? How we can get that touch? Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because we see this name, form, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila, pastimes, qualities, these all are non-different from Kṛṣṇa. So when we chant, we are getting that touch. And who gives that touch? This is the mercy of a Guru. So Guru gives us that mercy. Guru gives that touch of Kṛṣṇa to us so that we can chant. We can, hear pastimes of Kṛṣṇa. We can relish qualities or form of Kṛṣṇa. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila. So that touch we receive from Guru. Guru is so merciful. Otherwise we don't have, any appreciation for Kṛṣṇa's pastimes or qualities or name or form. We don't have any appreciation. But when we get the mercy of a spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, we get that touch, and gradually we purify and we come on that platform of this right consciousness, which is all auspicious. So by the mercy of Guru we get that touch of Kṛṣṇa, which Putana could achieve, that touch. So we have to develop that Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Prabhupada says we have to develop that a saturation in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Saturated Kṛṣṇa consciousness. So we know, in our middle school or high school, we see that this term saturation means whenever we put sugar into water, it get dissolved, it get melts, and then certain one point comes when you put sugar into water, then it doesn't dissolve. So that is saturation. So Prabhupada said that we have developed that saturated Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Means fully absorbed in Kṛṣṇa, name, form, pastimes, qualities. That is saturated Kṛṣṇa consciousness. How we can get that? By the mercy of Guru only we can get that. We see that we are also having that saturated consciousness, but not Kṛṣṇa consciousness. We have saturation of contaminated consciousness, fully polluted. So no need to focus upon that negative side. Try to focus upon increasing Krishna conscious activity. Just by increasing that, one day will become fully situated in Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada also mentioned that a slightly advanced devotee like me, a slightly advanced devotee cannot appreciate this Krishna's name, form, pastimes, qualities. We have to come on, upper platform. By practicing this only, very attentive in chanting, very we should develop that taste for reading Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. I have one quote of Prabhupada. Rupa says, go on reading every day. You will find both Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Every day, the more you will become realized. Atmavit. You see new meaning, new light. Srimad Bhagavatam is so nice. Simply if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, Vidya Bhagavata Vadhi. One is learned. What is the limit of learning? The limit learning is when you understand Srimad Bhagavatam. That is the limit. Finished. There is no knowledge required anymore. Therefore, it is called Shrotavya Dishu Yaha Paraha, the ultimate first class. Srimad Bhagavatam 2:1:1, 9th of June 1974, Paris. So this is how we can develop this consciousness, this appreciation for Krishna's name, form, pastimes and qualities. So as I mentioned that we have that contaminated consciousness. Why is it so? Because of we are so much engrossed in bodily conception of life, I and me. His Grace Ram Prabhu was mentioning in his lecture that Putana's two breasts represent I and me concept. So this is completely what? I and me means we are identifying ourselves. I means this body and everything in connection with this body is mine. So I and me is completely situated on the bodily conception of life. And who can bring us up? Only a guru can bring us up from this bodily conception of life, from on spiritual platform. This is the mercy of Guru only, otherwise there is no hope. We are going down. So it's Guru mercy. And who is that Guru? It's Krishna only. It's expansion of Balaram. Balaram is Adi Guru. It's the Sammit Chitta Shakti of Krishna is Guru. So Guru helps us to know about, to have knowledge about Sambandha. What is the relation between the Supreme Person and a living entity? Sambandha. So Diksha Guru helps us to know that Sambandha, and Shiksha Guru helps us in performing Abhideya, that sadhana, which is called Bhakti. It's the mercy of Guru only we can get that favor of Krishna, that touch of Krishna, and we can come on this platform which Prabhupada is asking for us, that saturated Krishna consciousness. How we can achieve that? So I will end up with this quote of Prabhupada. Good sadhana means to attain the whole morning program every single day without fail, rising by 4 a.m. at the latest, being present at every function, Guru Puja, class, etc. from the beginning to the end, not wandering in late or wandering out early, to chant all or most of one's prescribed rounds during the morning program, and to be enthusiastic and attentive throughout. A good morning program gives us spiritual strength to carry out our Krishna conscious duties throughout the day. So by regular in our morning programs, more attentive for our towards our chanting, then we can achieve this. So we have to be very pakka with our sadhana. So Prabhupada has given everything to us. We have to become sincere, and we heard in the classes only that by sincerity, only sincerity comes. So thank you very much. Any correction, any comments? 40 minutes. Yes, sir.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for giving nice class.
Thank you, Prabhu.
I have comments.
Yeah, please.
I whole lecture you use word achieved. Putana achieved success, right? But if you see, there are two words. One is achieved and second is received. Achieve means getting success by putting own endeavor.
Okay.
So here we see Putana. Putana was totally unqualified by this position.
Okay.
She didn't put any endeavor to such a position.
Okay.
So she she didn't achieve this post. It is only Krishna's mercy. It is only Krishna's mercy she can receive.
Yeah.
So receiving word is proper. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Accepted. But I mentioned she could achieve because of the mercy of Krishna. The thing is that 2 days back, Sunu Chaitanya Prabhu was telling that although she was not qualified, so many disqualification we saw in that verse. But one qualification he mentioned. So we can't say that she was not qualified. One qualification she was having, that she offered something. And I also heard so many times, Prabhupada also mentioned, we have to achieve that. Means we have to put our endeavor. Our endeavor also should be there. So it was Putana's endeavor that she offered something. So that's why I use this word. I understand, yeah, receiving is good word for, because it's not only in our hand. What is our part? To put endeavor. Other part is Krishna's mercy. So that's why I use this. So.
Kṛṣṇa, thank you.
Hi, Krishna.
Nice class. So, in the beginning you were mentioning about following the rules and regulations. You were telling that how deity worship has. So, the intention, I understood that the point that you are trying to tell is that how the intentions are very important. Otherwise it becomes a failure, So, but then Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, because we may be following rules and regulations, and in case if we don't achieve to that perfection level of trying to worship Krishna with that intention, so neha vikrama nashosti, we say that.
Yeah.
So what will be the destination of such a person then? The way how you are telling that rules and regulations.
So as I mentioned, that rules and regulation in a connection with Krishna are favorable. If there is no connection with Krishna, at all, then it's a complete failure. But we follow rules and regulations to come on the platform of goodness. Because Prabhupada mentioned, on the platform of goodness only we can achieve that, we can come up to this Vishuddha Sattva. So goodness is more favorable. So ultimately our aim is to achieve that thing. Means we want to please Krishna with that platform. So motive should be that, to please Krishna. That's why we are trying all this, come to this platform of goodness. In connection with Krishna. If Krishna is absent at all, then it's a failure. If they are having that consciousness, okay, to make progress, to get that consciousness, we are doing this, then gradually, it's a gradual process, so gradually they will come upon that platform. Is it okay?
Kṛṣṇa. So, just to clarify,
Yes, Prabhuji.
see, the life is not binary. Life is never binary. Krishna consciousness is not binary. So we cannot say, yeah, complete success we can still say, but there is never a failure in any activity. Like Sharad Prabhu is saying, Neha Bhikramanasho Asti. That doesn't anyways talk about intention. But even if you are not having any intention, and we have so many pastimes, unintentional service. Scripture says, last week one devotee asked me, Prabhuji, scriptures are saying you chant once holy name and then you go back to Godhead. Yes, which is true. But then we are chanting every day, 1728 minimum. Still we are not going. So when it says that you do this much and you are success, that does not mean you get immediate success. You have to go. And any service, if you see Vedic life or the scriptures, they never talk about complete failure because they always talk about gradual upliftment. Krishna also uses this word many times. He uses the word in 6th chapter Bhagavad Gita, Shane, Shane, gradually. He uses in 16th chapter Bhagavad Gita that Kramashah, gradually you uplift yourself. So there can never be any failure. We can never say it's a complete failure. But yes, even if someone is not directly connected to Krishna, and that's why all this karma kand is mentioned.
Yes,
Otherwise people have no hope. Even if you do someone does Vishnu Yagya, someone does Indra Yagya, someone does Ganpati Yagya, they are chanting Vishnu's name. So that comes also in the purview, indirectly having some connection. So any rules and regulation which is mentioned in scriptures, Vedic scriptures, anything which is mentioned in Vedic scriptures, even it may be karma kand, that will gradually bring the person to the level of karma kand, to the level of pure devotional service. Gradually. Obviously this may take a lot of time if the intention is not pure. If intention is pure, if intention is to please Krishna, time will be less. So we cannot say that there is complete failure. Otherwise, one of the reasons Srila Prabhupada has opened so many temples, hundreds of temples, people will come. They may not even know who is Krishna. There are many who come from foreign countries. Temples are there in foreign. They just visit, oh, it's a good, beautiful, something they say. And that is, Srila Rupa Goswami says, that one appreciation for beauty of temple, or beauty of the dress, or beauty of the shringar, starts their bhakti without even knowing. So that's unintentional. So this is to bring people gradually to the level of bhakti. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also says, one who has no bhakti in mukhi sukriti, he cannot perform bhakti. Then what is the hope for them? Then he explains in Krishna Samhita that it is the responsibility of Vaishnavas to create that bhakti unmukhi sukriti for the people. And then he specifically mentions by carrying out, by celebrating Jagannath Rath Yatras, Harinam Sankirtan and Prasad distribution. So, yeah, then we can see that we should not use this word complete failure. There will be success eventually. That is why sometimes the questions will pop up. Otherwise, different religions, they say that if you don't do this, you will go to hell and eternally you will suffer in hell. No, you can never suffer in eternally hell because hell is also not eternal. No?
Yes. So in present life,
yes,
we can say that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
As you mentioned that by the mercy of Guru, we can touch the feet of Krishna. So if I talk about in case of Putana, so who played the role of Guru in case means here in Putana? She could also receive the mercy.
So we hear that in in this connection, I don't know that who played the role of Putana's Guru. But we hear that in previous life, Putana was the wife of Bali Maharaj. Yeah, sister of Bali Maharaj. So she got the darshan of Vaman Deva, Supreme Person, and she was having that desire to have son like Vaman Deva. At the same time, when she saw that this little boy is asking for this thing, and how he tricked Bali Maharaj, how he cheated Bali Maharaj. So at the same time, she got this desire ki if I have a son like this, but I will kill him, because she is doing such a nasty act. So that's why she got this post of mother, because she was having that desire, and Krishna fulfilled both the desire. She could feed her breast milk to Krishna, like a mother only can do that, and at the same time she was having that intention to kill of Krishna. So who played the role of Putana, that I don't know. Prabhuji family.
We hear these kind of questions coming. Who is Guru of Ajamil? Who is Guru of Putana? See, we are so contaminated souls in Kali Yuga that we have to go to the institution and we have to have a formal registration with the Guru. Who was Guru of Arjuna? Ask him. Who was Guru of Arjuna?
Krishna.
Who made him qualified to hear Krishna's Bhagavad Gita directly from Krishna? Who was Guru of Arjuna? Dhaumya Rishi. Dhaumya Rishi became, because who said Dhaumya, you all go to Dhaumya Rishi. I think some sage said all Pandavas, when they saved themselves from Vanavarat, from this fire, house of lack, then they went to Dhaumya Rishi. Dhaumya Rishi took them to Draupadi Swayamvar, and he became the Guru. Because this sage, I forgot the name, he told Yudhishthir, Guru must be there. But the same Guru, was he there when Bhagavad Gita was going on? So Putana is coming from so many lifetimes. Now that means if someone is in ISKCON and he accepts Guru and he practices, and Guru goes back to Godhead, so then what are you doing? You're still practicing, no? So it's a big connection. It's not directly us samay Guru kaun tha. If someone has completed lot of bhakti and now it's almost thoda sa bacha hai, so then it's not manifested ki Guru kaun tha. So there are many such cases. Ajamil, who was his Ajamil Guru? Ajamil Guru was his father also, no? Because he was son of Brahmin. He was himself Brahmin. So Brahmin is a natural Guru. So his father became his Guru. He taught him Krishna consciousness. He forgot. That's a separate thing. So earlier, now only in this Kali Yuga we have to go and formally register ourselves, take ashraya, take initiation. Earlier the consciousness was so pure that it was a part of life. Otherwise, today also in India, many families, many people have their Guru. Those Guru may not be qualified, but earlier the Gurus were qualified. So directly asking, but we know and hear that Putana, her name is not Putana Devi Dasi, because she didn't take initiation. तो कैसे कृपा मिल गया? बिना initiation के भगवत धाम चली गई. Why should I take initiation then? Okay, then you practice you come to that level where Krishna will directly, whoever got mercy, directly by Krishna, Aghasur, Bakasur, Vritrasur, so many asuras came. Who was their Guru? They're coming from so many lifetimes it is coming. So not necessarily that you need Guru at that time, but Guru's mercy is there. Who was Guru of Gajendra? So many examples in Bhagavatam. Who was Guru of Gajendra? Who was Guru of this crocodile? Who got mercy? Who was Guru? Okay, Narad Muni can be said Guru of Nalkuver Manigriv. So we cannot just say it's a formal structure. It is required now. Now because Kali Yuga became so advanced that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur told Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, you need an institution to preach. And that is why this institution came. So before institution, how Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur accepted Guru? So that is how things are gradually degrading. So we need more formal structure to connect. So many examples are there.
One point came in my mind. Please correct me if I am wrong. So, like we see all the demons, they get liberation. We hear so many times the demons, they get liberation. So that is not favorable. Even all these soldiers in the battle of Mahabharat, Bhishma Pitama said in Mahabharat that they all get the liberation because of the presence of Kṛṣṇa. So then we can't ask there also who played the role of their gurus. Thing is that in the case of demons, they get liberation. There is Kṛṣṇa's mercy in another form, which is not favorable. So we see here tad vijnanartha saha guru meva abhigachet. So this signs of bhakti, love and devotion, loving a devotional service. So for this science we need guru. That's what I understand. So we want to please Kṛṣṇa with love and in a favorable way, so we need guru.
Hare Krishna. Here we see Putana. When question arises about Guru, Guru means you are doing favorable sadhana bhakti under his instruction and achieve that success. That requires Guru. Here Putana didn't do any sadhana bhakti, didn't do any favorable things. See, whatever she did, totally unfavorable. So it is totally exceptional case. It is only Kṛṣṇa's mercy. Kṛṣṇa's mercy that he could give her such place. That's why Shukdev Goswami was attracted to the Bhagavatam. Why? Due to this verse. Because who is in the world so merciful can give such exhaustive position to his enemy also. So it is exceptional case. Guru's question is not arise here. Hare Krishna.
Any comment? Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you senior devotees.
Hare Krishna. So this Guru, what this devotee asked a question, how a person get mercy of Kṛṣṇa without the mercy of Guru. So in one lecture I heard from Haldar Maharaj, he said that Jiva Goswami says, nobody gets mercy of Kṛṣṇa without the mercy of Guru. So now how we can understand in this case, Jiva Goswami clearly mentions there are three types of mercy. He says that one is Adhunik, another is Paramparik, another is Adhunik, Paramparik and Praktan. Three. So Adhunik means a person comes to Kṛṣṇa consciousness and practices bhakti directly. Now we can see that his Guru is there and he is practicing Kṛṣṇa consciousness and he gets mercy of Kṛṣṇa. And another is Praktan means in his previous lives he is surely connected. If we see somebody is now receiving mercy of Kṛṣṇa, but there is no direct connection of Guru, means he is in his previous life, he is surely having his Guru and he already to some extent practiced Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Now he is getting the result. And Paramparik means if a person gets like we see, like in Odisha there is a case like this Dasya Bauri. Dasya Bauri, directly Jagannath takes coconut from his hand. So they ask question, he don't have any Guru, how Lord can reciprocate with him like this. So there the question comes, it's Paramparik, means like this is our Gaudiya Parampara and somebody hears from bona fide spiritual master like Prabhupada, somebody hears. So just by hearing from some parampara, he gets the mercy of parampara and he can achieve highest. Even if he is not initiated, if he's hearing from parampara and he puts 100% faith on it, then he gets the mercy of that parampara and he gets the mercy of Krishna. So in this three way, we can understand nobody can get the mercy of Krishna without the mercy of Guru.
Okay, thank you for sharing such a nice point. This is the benefit of hearing devotees. Okay, thank you very much. Anta Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Samavekta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Jai.